And yes, we are back. Hello everyone, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I will be doing your monthly reading. We're going to start off with Capricorn. So as a lot of you know, I took a few months off, and I have to say it was probably the best decision that I've made as it relates to my spirituality, my tarot reading practice, and all the things. I want to thank you all so much for the kind comments, the sweet messages. Some of you even sent me emails that were just so thoughtful and very, very kind, and I just want to say thank you. I am excited to be back. Intuitively, I feel ready to come back and start doing monthly readings for you all again. And I do feel like a lot of things have shifted for me in my personal life, and I do feel like this is going to be reflective for all of us. So I don't want to get, too far into that, but I will be, doing some separate readings, kind of talking about what I have, what has been maybe revealed to me for the new year in 2023. But let's go ahead and start the reading for Capricorn. Like I said, I'm excited to be back, and I know you all are anxiously awaiting the readings. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So for the readings this month, Capricorn, I'm going to be using my original tarot deck. This is one of my favorite decks to use. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, as I always do. And then, Capricorn, we will close out your reading with a Work Your Light Oracle card. Now, I'm trying to think if there's any other announcements. I do feel a little out of sorts when it comes to recording videos, but I am sure that once we get back into the groove, things will just flow. At least that's what I am trusting the process. So let's go ahead and start. What do we need to know for the sign of Capricorn as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of January 2023? All right, so I may have to kind of adjust the camera so I can get all the cards in. Like I said, I'm a little rusty after taking a few months off. But I do think it's just like riding a bike. So there we go. All right, Capricorn. Uh-oh. I bought my son an Elmo doll. And this little thing will just start randomly laughing for no reason. So if you hear that, I apologize. All right, so Capricorn, let's get into your reading. So as we start off the new year and the new month, January 2023, now I focus on money, career, finances, that type of thing. Looks like you're going to have some really strong conversations. Now I do get the sense too that there's going to be some unexpected shifts as it relates to your financial life as we move into the new year. But that Magician card tells me that you're going to be able to handle it just fine. So this Five of Swords talks about improved communication and you actually kind of coming to an agreement of some sort with someone close to you as it relates to your money. Okay, so this is a very good thing. But we do have this Wheel of Fortune card in the reverse, which tells me there's going to be an unexpected surprise. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's negative, but it will be something that kind of catches you off guard. But again, because the Magician card follows that, that is telling me to tell you that don't worry, you have everything you need in order to handle any type of unexpected surprises. I think it's just about being prepared and really feeling confident that you can take the actions necessary in order to handle whatever shows up. And that's financially, both in your career life and, in your personal life. Now, the next card we have is the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands in the reverse talks about things kind of happening slowly as it relates to your work and your career. It could also mean an unexpected announcement, but I do get the sense that some of you Capricorns are waiting for something to change as it relates to your work, and things are slowly moving, but it's just not happening fast enough. But the thing is that actually works in your favor because the next card we have is the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups talks about a celebration or a positive gathering of some sort. So if you feel like something is not happening as quickly as you would like it to, as it relates to your work, to your career, maybe even to your income, don't worry. There's definitely something on the horizon that you're going to be celebrating. This will work in your favor. Finally, we do have the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands is another communication card. You may have to go out on your own. There may be some people who don't necessarily agree with you or maybe have the same opinion as you, but that's okay. That doesn't mean that you're wrong. It doesn't mean that you're, not doing what you're supposed to do. It just means that sometimes you have to kind of do things your own way, and you have to be okay with that because not everyone will be on board. All right, let's see what else shows up for, Capricorn, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of January 2023. All right, Capricorn, as we move into the month of January, and also, this is the new year time, I get this Hangman card. Now, the Hangman talks about feeling a little stuck. Now, this is something that you need to pay attention to because there's an area of your life that you are holding yourself back in, and you may not necessarily be aware of it. Now, as this relates to your money and to your work, it could be maybe you're not taking action, maybe you're not putting money aside for something. It could also be that maybe you're just deliberately choosing to ignore something that you need to, take some action on. Now, everybody goes through this, so I don't want you to feel like this is something horrible or something that's going to hurt you. But if there is an area of your life, especially your financial life, where you can take action and you are not, now would be an excellent time to take those actions or to make those moves, all right? Especially in this second week of January in 2023. Next up, we do have the Six of Cups. Now, this is reconnecting with someone from your past. It's definitely going to be a positive reconnection. It's also going to be a connection that could benefit you in more ways than one. Now, I'm not getting the sense that this is something romantic, Capricorn. However, it doesn't mean that maybe an old, ex could show up and maybe you guys are friends now and something works out. But I do get the sense that there will be some type of benefit for you in reconnecting with this person. So, stay open to any invitations that could come your way. Next, we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is going against the grain. It's having your own ideas and doing things your own way. And you don't necessarily need approval or validation in order to do that. As a matter of fact, you actually have more power kind of making your own decisions, especially as it relates to your work and to your money. And you're going to do something kind of untraditional is what I'm getting from this card, and it's actually going to work out. So if you do have an opportunity to do something different and something maybe a little kind of out of the box as it relates to your money, definitely do that because it's going to work in your favor. Now, this is a great card to see. That Seven of Swords in the reverse means that a wrong gets corrected. There is something that recently happened to you. Either somebody stole something, somebody lied, somebody did something dishonest, and it affected you. Well, whatever that situation was, looks like you're going to see some steps of that being corrected in the second week of January of 2023, right? So if someone stole something, it gets paid back or it gets returned to you. If somebody lied, then the lie gets exposed and that person is dealt with. So like I said, it's a really great card to see in the reverse, and I'm always excited because usually it's something that's been bothering you and you're like, I don't understand why this happened. Well, don't worry about it because karma always evens the playing field. Finally, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, she's a very anxious card when she shows up in the reverse because that means that you are kind of doing something as it relates to your money without thinking things through. Now, again, everybody does do this. So pay attention to some of the financial decisions that you are making because you don't want to act out of fear or because you're feeling rushed or you're feeling pressured, okay? Now, she's usually a very cautious, a very slow investor. She's very I guess, deliberate in her decisions, but when she shows up in the reverse, it means that, again, you're acting out of anxiousness and or fear. So you have to really be aware of that. All right, Capricorn, let's see what else shows up for you. Ooh, look at that. That's a repeater card. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of January 2023. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay. Look at that. That Ace of Pentacles is a fabulous card. You also have a lot of choices coming up. We got the Hermit. Whoa. Okay. This card kind of flipped itself over, so we're going to leave it that way. All right, Capricorn. So as we move into the second half of January of 2023, we have that Nine of Swords, which again, that talks about feeling worried or feeling anxious. Now, I talked about that here as it relates to your money. So what are you worrying about as it relates to finances? What are you feeling uneasy about? That's something that you really have to be aware of and start taking actions to kind of prepare and be ready for it. What is the thing that's kind of holding you back and what's keeping you up at night? That's something that I'm feeling like some of you really need to kind of make a plan for. I was just listening to a podcast about this where a guy who's a business owner, he talks about what's the worst case scenario of what could happen in your business and go ahead and make a plan for it now. Because that way you're always prepared and nothing will ever affect your money. Nothing will ever affect, the productivity of what you're trying to do. So I guess I'm sharing that here as it relates to this card. What's the worst case scenario as it relates to your finances? What's keeping you up at night? And what's the plan that you can start implementing right now in order to kind of prevent that from happening? Or if it does happening, it will put you in a position that you are prepared. Now, this is interesting. We have the Six of Cups. This is a repeater card. Remember, we had a happy reconnection here, but now we've got it in the reverse. So what that tells me, and this card landed on that card. So that tells me that maybe you have to be a little careful when you reconnect with this person from your past. Now, it doesn't mean that something negative is going to happen, but it could mean that things just don't kind of pan out the way you expected them to. Or maybe this is something where you had high hopes and then, it kind of fizzles out, as time goes on. So whatever the case may be, just be aware that it may not be all good, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's all bad either. Next up, we have the Four of Cups. That means a limitation in your choices. Again, I think this is something that actually will help you not get distracted as it relates to your money. So, because we are focused on finances and career and investing and all the good things, pay attention to some of the opportunities that come up, because not all of them are going to be a right fit for you. So don't hesitate to say no, okay? You don't have to agree or say yes to everything that, gets presented to you. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Once we hit the second half of January of 2023, we do have that Ace of Pentacles. That's a brand new stream of income or a brand new enterprise that suddenly takes off. This is very exciting because it means you have some new money coming your way. Now, the other thing about the Ace of Pentacles is it also talks about some investments that are starting to pay off. Now, this could be anything. It could be real estate, it could be stocks, it could be crypto, although who knows what's happening as it relates to that. But I do believe that there will be some new money flow coming your way. Look for that to start to show up in the second half of January. Next, we have the Hermit card. Now, the Hermit card talks about taking a step back, going within, and really kind of being alone just so you can figure out what you're going to do next. And I do think that January is a time when a lot of us will be doing some soul searching. A lot of us will be writing our goals, reflecting on the past year, and really figuring out what we want 2023 to look like. And I think that's going to be, something that you do, Capricorn, that really puts you in a position to win. Finally, we do have the Three of Wands. Again, that talks about future planning. Capricorn, I just think that you're going to have a really solid 2023 because you are choosing to make it that way. It's not like you're allowing anything to just kind of happen, by chance. You really are putting some thought and effort behind what you want your future to look like. And like I said, that definitely pays off. All right, so let's continue on. That Queen of Cups showed up. Now that's a card about emotions. Now the thing about the Queen of Cups is, you know, she's she's not out of control emotionally. She's actually very stable as it relates to her emotions, and she, you know, has a lot of feelings and caring as it relates to other people, but not to the degree where she sacrifices herself. Okay? So your feelings always come first. They need to come first, Capricorn. Ooh, another repeater card. You know, but at the same time, it's not like you don't care about other people. So just remember that you need to take care of yourself first. And we're not talking about being selfish, but we are talking about making sure your needs are met. So that way you can serve others and make more money because you're actually giving from your overflow. You're not operating from, I guess I should say, survival mode. Because you are making sure that yourself and your family is well taken care of. But at the same time, you are concerned about the wellness of others. And that is what will increase more coming to you, because you do want others to succeed. But again, you don't do that at the expense of yourself first. Next up, we do have the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords talks about betrayal, backstabbing. Now, I'm getting the sense that this is something related to this person from your past. What are they doing? What are they saying? This is something that I really want to give you a heads up about, because it's telling me that this person may not necessarily be trustworthy. You know, they come in, everything's all good, everything's all happy and exciting. Then things kind of start to unravel and you realize the situation for what it is. Okay, now this is something that is being revealed to me as we, you know, read the cards. So pay attention again to how people are showing up, especially people from your past. What are their true intentions? What is your intuition telling you? Okay, trust your gut, because it's not going to steer you wrong. Now here's another exciting card. We've got the King of Pentacles. Now this is the investment card. This is the power card as it relates to the Pentacles, you know, suit. Now the King of Pentacles is connected to this Ace of Pentacles, which tells me there's definitely going to be some either payouts or some type of an increase as it relates to your investments. Okay, so this is something to get really excited about. But the other thing about the King of Pentacles that I really want to share with you, Capricorn, is that he also talks about reinvesting. Okay, so we want to not just take, you know, our our increases or our payoffs and, you know, have fun, but we want to reinvest in ourselves. So whatever or however that looks to you, just be very, very discerning with what you do with the money, because it looks like you are going to have something pay off or something increase, and it's definitely going to be something good, something positive. Next up, we have the Five of Swords. That's another communication card again. This is a repeater card too that we saw here. So this Five of Swords talks about, again, not everyone's going to be on the same page as you, especially as it relates to your money, Capricorn, but that's okay. You don't have to, you know, do everything, you know, the way other people do it. And this is interesting too, because this next card was also the card that came here. That is that's so crazy. We have the Five of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune both in reverse as the first cards. And then we have those same cards as the last two cards, but now they're in the upright position. So whatever happens throughout the month, things start to definitely shift and work in your favor. This Wheel of Fortune card is one of my favorite cards because it talks about unexpected good luck, you being in the right place at the right time, and you winning. You know, if you're a gambler, you win. But it's definitely a card that says you win at something. And I definitely see that coming towards the end of January with all of these good cards. You know, we do have this King of Pentacles, and then we have that Wheel of Fortune. Those are two powerful cards as it relates to money, as it relates to increase in your financial situation. So Capricorn, you've got a very interesting month coming up as it relates to, you know, the new year in January and your money and all those things. But it's going to be all good because, like I said, there's going to be some ups and downs, but in general, you're coming out ahead. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Work Your Light Oracle card. This is a gorgeous deck. And ooh, this is a very beautiful card. All right, Capricorn, you got the card of Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? How are you being called to step up and lead? Definitely something to think about. All right, Capricorn. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you're not subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscription button. Give this video a thumbs up. And I want to thank you so much again for just being here with me, you know, through it all. All right. Thank you so much, Capricorn. We will definitely do this again next month.